Town. I can't hear you.
It has begun.
It's showtime.
I must predict.
I'll be back.
Hey everybody, this is Tom Ox, Star of the Last Dragon. You're watching the Video Store Clerks Podcast.
This is Video Store Clerks. Welcome to the store.
Who's the master?
What's up, everybody? This is the Video Store Clerks Podcast. Welcome one, welcome all. And just take a quick moment to thank all of our new subscribers to our channel. Welcome. If you're wondering what the hell this is our Tuesday night live stream. We get together every Tuesday night live at 10 p.m. Eastern every week and talk about movies that we love. And here we are again. We are your clerks for the evening. I am Dave Leroy for tonight.
Show enough. Chat enough, man.
Show enough. I am Mike.
I'm Chuck Nasty. Welcome to the show.
All right, we're all here tonight. The 80s. What a time it was.
What a time to be alive.
Yes. What a great time. The clothes, the hair, the music, and the artificial energy that came from drugs so pure, it would make a modern day drug lord say, God damn. This week's movie takes us smack dab in the middle of this colorful time period, the year of our Lord, 1985. A year that brought us such treasures as The Goonies, Back to the Future, Police Academy 2, and the first ever WrestleMania, and so much more. Yes. That's right. Tonight, we will be talking 1985's Berry Gordy's The Last Dragon.
Show enough.
40th anniversary. March 20th.
40 years. 40 years, man. That's crazy.
Years.
Where does the time go? Oh, and also tonight, should we tell them the thing we're going to do later? We're going to break a world record.
I don't know about all that, but
we'll see. We'll save it.
We'll see how it goes.
Stick around.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Fuck it, we'll do it live. Right. Also tonight, we'll have our mystery random clip of the week. But first, we will start the program as we always do, and that is with the news.
The news.
Sure
enough. Roll it.
Hit it.
This art is also unusual in that people can't seem to resist touching it. It's cold and wet and surprisingly smooth.
All right.
Well, thank you for that.
Who's got the sock?
Oh, wait.
Hello.
In Chad Nuff's possession, he has the top 10. These are your top 10 domestic box office champions over this past weekend. Spoiler, nobody went to the movies again, but Chadman.
I don't think they're champions. Number 10, The Last Supper.
You got me on that one.
I didn't realize that was coming out. I didn't
You want to
realize.
see The Last Samurai?
Because we're doing The Last Dragon. I thought there was going to be something else. The Last Supper. Apparently, Bruce Leroy had dinner.
He did. It did 1.3 mil this week. In the last 2 weeks, it's at $5.3 million. Number 9, Dogman, did 1.4 million this week, putting it up to 95.5 mil for the last 8 weeks.
I'm gonna miss when it's off the list.
Me too.
I hope there's another movie that has man in it because you say that so interesting.
Superman will be coming out in a few months.
Superman.
Superman.
Yes.
And Batman too.
Anyway.
Number 8, we got The Monkey. $1.5 million, doing 37 $6.7 million in a row for the last 5 weeks.
I still want. Have you all seen? Did you all see that one yet?
No,
Nope.
it was all right.
I want to see it. I'm actually
was funny.
really dying to see it.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing it. Number 7, the last day on Earth blew up. Or the day the Earth blew up.
What? Are you just putting the last before everything?
Maybe.
The last dogman. the last day the Earth blew up. The Last Supper. What's
the
next?
last Looney Tunes movie? It did $1.8 million this week, doing $6.5 million the last 2 weeks. Number 6, the last Alto Nights. The Alto Nights' first week out did $3.1 million. Number 5 is the last Novocaine. $3.6 million this week, doing $15.6 the last 2 weeks. It was number 1 last week, and it's down to number 5.
I want to see it. I heard good things about it.
Mixed.
It was good.
I mean, I don't know. It looks action packed.
I hear it has its moments. That's about it.
Yeah. Number 4, Mickey 17 did $3.6 million this week. Did $40 million the last 3 weeks. With number 3 being Captain America: Brave New World, bringing in $4 million this week, putting it up to $192 million the last 6 weeks. Number 2 is the Black Bag. Did $4.2 million this week, doing $14.6 the last 2, leaving. Did that just
Your hair caught it.
Zing.
And who's the number 1?
The Last Snow White.
There you go.
First week out, it did $42.2 million.
Hopefully this is the last Snow White. I mean, how many fucking times are you going to remake this shit?
Is it? I mean, I didn't know this was even a thing. Is it animated or is it like live action?
Live action.
Yeah.
Is it just like regular Snow White, or is it like that Sigourney Weaver movie that came out many years ago? Remember that one?
I don't know. Doesn't it have what's her face in it?
I can't remember. I just remember Sigourney Weaver being the witch.
Wasn't it like Khaleesi or whatever the fuck her name is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I don't remember anything about it, but Sigourney Weaver was in it.
I don't know. This one has Rachel Zegler in it. So,
So
I don't know who that is.
yeah,
No.
I mean it's the end of March here. You'd think movies would start picking up a little bit now, but
Give it time.
not so
Oh,
much.
One would think.
Gal Gadot is the evil queen.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Wonder Woman. The last Wonder Woman.
Gal Gadot.
So that's it. In other news,
I wish I could say the last Fast and Furious, because fuck that franchise.
you will never.
I've never
never-
liked those movies.
No,
Never give
they're
a
going to go on forever.
They're going to be driving cars in hell one day.
In other news, sad news, boxing heavyweight legend George Foreman passed away at age 76. Known as Big George in the ring, the American built one of the most remarkable and enduring careers in the sport. He won Olympic gold in 1968, claimed the world heavyweight title twice, 21 years apart. The second making him the world oldest heavyweight champion at age, 45? And of course, those infomercials we all watch growing up. Foreman Grill, baby.
Classic.
He had a sitcom at one time. He had a sitcom at one time too, didn't he? Really short-lived.
like
I
He's
kind of
familiar.
remember that.
I just never thought about that. Yeah, it had to do with all his kids named George.
Yeah, it sounds vaguely familiar.
Which, by the way, no one named every one of your kids the same name.
Hey, the last George did.
Family Foreman.
Okay, yeah.
Does it say what year that came out?
Is that about a construction crew?
I just wondered.
2008.
Oh, was it? I thought it was way older than that. Okay, I just wondered. Thought it was one of those.
We had another sitcom back in '93, which is George.
Okay, that's the one that I remember.
I'm thinking of, yeah, back in those early '90s sitcom TGIF days.
Yeah, man.
Anyway, in other news, lots of reboots are on the way.
Yay.
The Jason Bourne, Universal Pictures lost the rights to the Jason Bourne series. It's currently in a bidding war right now between Netflix, Paramount, and others. So expect probably a reboot of the Jason Bourne series on the way.
Yay. Don't care.
After Amazon fully acquired the rights to the James Bond series, they're going to fuck this up beyond repair as they basically want to make it like an MCU. They want to do all these spinoffs with like all the. I never got into James Bond, so I don't know all the characters. But
loved it as a kid.
Yeah, but like all the different characters are getting their own spinoffs and TV series, like all this stuff. They're gonna fuck this up.
Do you expect me to talk?
No, Mr. Bond. I expect you to die. That's probably one of my favorite scenes of any of those movies. It's just so good.
Who's that? Dr. Evil?
No, Goldfinger. Yeah. As a kid, it's really kind of funny because as a kid, my dad introduced me to those movies, right? And as a kid, I didn't really catch on to a lot of shit. And I was like, when I got older and watched them, I was like, why did my dad let me watch these? Like when I was so fucking young, Pussy Galore, like all this shit.
Yes, please.
My dad's a big Christian, like always been a big church girl, all that shit. And I'm just like, you literally sat there with me and watched these movies and didn't explain that maybe some of these, I don't know. I think it's kind of funny, but yeah, as a kid, love those fucking movies. And every now and then I still get the hankering to watch one or two of them.
My mother was a 15-year-old French prostitute named Chloe with webbed feet.
Yeah, which James Bond movie was that? I love that one.
That was really Dr. Evil.
And some more tragic news.
Jesus.
Yeah. The Hawk Tuah girl is getting her own documentary.
Oh God. For fuck's sakes. She fucked everybody over, maybe not on purpose, but she did. She fucked up. Maybe that's when she realized for 15 minutes or over. Don't make documentaries on her. Don't just stop. Who cares? Who cares? The biggest example of what people like these days half the time is fucking pointless goddamn bullshit. And she is a great example of that. She is a girl who went on a fucking thing and bugged a guy to be on a fucking like video for like a long time. He asked her a simple fucking question. She answers it. And because we all love blowjobs, she now has like, she became like this big fucking thing. Fucking who cares? Guess what's wrong with the world? Guess what's wrong with the world? Well, there's like a top 10 list, and I'm pretty sure putting people like Hawk Tuah girl on that somewhere on that fucking list.
Another remake. The Iron Sheik was doing that years ago. All right, Hulk Hogan, piece of shit. Jabroni.
Fuck the Hulk Hogan.
Fuck the Hulk Hogan. Yes. R.I.P. Sheiky baby. So, documentary on Hawk Tuah. Is it going to be Doc Tuah?
Oh, don't give them any ideas.
Fuck.
Hawkumentary?
Oh, God. Oh, God. Like, seriously, how do you make a documentary on that girl? And people like this, people would just watch fucking anything, won't they?
I thought I already saw that once back in like the early 2000s whenever I watched Girls Gone Wild.
Right? I mean, I remember the ads. I stayed up late, taped every one of them as a kid.
My old roommate ordered those with my credit card.
It's funny. I stole one of those DVDs from my friend's roommates because he was a dumbass. Cheers.
That'll happen.
And finally, Malcolm in the Middle sequel series is on the way with most of the cast returning. It will be on Disney Plus. It starts shooting this year.
Yeah, who gives a shit? I mean, has anybody really asked for that? No. Nobody has asked for that. And if they have, it's because they don't fucking watch anything else that's worth a shit. Oh, good people.
That concludes the news for this week.
No more news.
Oh, I'm sure there's all. I'm sure if you dig deep enough, there's something stupid out there we can report on.
Did they just release the new trailer for the Bloodlines, Final Destination Bloodlines?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet though.
Someone sent it to me earlier, due from work, but I haven't watched it either.
That's another fucking thing. Can we stop fucking doing that? Like, I actually like these movies, and then they fucking name that one.
Be called The Last Destination.
It piques intrigue more than Bloodlines.
Wasn't this Tony Todd's last joint?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's the only thing. I think that's the only reason I'll watch it. I've learned to stay clear of any movies with bloodlines in the title.
I mean, I'll watch like the 8 minutes he's probably in.
Yeah.
I like all those movies, so hopefully the name doesn't, actually make the movie suck.
I think I fell off around the third one.
I mean, it's like the Saw movies.
And also, I know they were talking about rebooting Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Saw that too.
I think the rights for that expired too.
Yeah. Let's see
if
they can make a movie where people can stop bitching for half a fucking second and actually enjoy it. Let's see if that will happen. It'll probably be. I hope it's like the best fucking like movie they've come out with since the fucking second one, and then just to hear people bitch about it too. It's the only fucking horror franchise that I hear so much bitching about when people should just shut up and take it for what it is. But yeah, whatever. I mean, I'm a big wall of sunshine. Look at me.
Big wall of something.
And that brings us neatly along to our movie for this week, 1985's Berry Gordy's The Last Dragon, a film that has a little bit of everything to the point that it's almost schizophrenic. There's martial arts, there's action, adventure, comedy sometimes that borderlines on slapstick, a little bit of romance, teeny little sprinkle of coming of age in there as well.
Don't forget musical.
Yeah, musical. Don't forget. Oh, yeah, you're right. Don't forget that. Musical. There's a little bit of everything. It's like they put it all in a blender and turn that bitch on high, and here you go. Here's The Last Dragon.
For sure.
Oh, sorry. Something came up in the chat.
Yeah.
But damn, is it fun. The fun and entertainment factor through the roof for this movie, especially when you're a kid growing up in the 80s. Certainly, if they remade this movie, there would be no point. There's certainly a bit of dialogue in here that would not fly today. There's no point in trying to remake it. You might as well just, maybe do your own thing. Just saying.
Yeah.
What do you think? The first dragon?
The Midway Dragon.
The second to last dragon?
They actually were planning on making 3 movies. But then fucking, I guess Berry Gordy did Time Mock dirty and he said, fuck the sequels.
Oops.
And Berry Gordy, if you don't know who that is, he was a hotshot music producer, founder of Motown. He signed such acts as the Supremes, Marvin Gaye, the Temptations, the Four Tops, Gladys Knight, Stevie Wonder, top tier names. And he decided to make a movie.
From what I read earlier, this week, it said something about it was originally supposed to be a musical, but then they decided to make it a feature film. Which kind of makes sense for music.
Yeah, I mean that's why it kind of has that feel to it, where there's parts of it that feel very like serious, like, oh yeah, we want to make something that's similar to Enter the Dragon, but then you have the comedy and then you have the music, and it's all kind of a mishmash of different genres.
It's a blender of story.
Yeah,
boy, is it ever.
But like, I love this movie, especially growing, because this movie used to come on TV all the time.
Yeah.
That was the first time I saw it.
Especially in like the early 90s, it was fucking on HBO like every fucking day. That's how I fell in love with this movie. Was like, I got sick, fucking had to stay home. The shit was on TV. I dug it. And then every fucking time it came on, I watched it.
Yeah, I as you all know, I might, okay. I say I've never seen it until recently with you all. I'm pretty sure as a kid I probably saw it, but I will say I don't remember that much at all, if any. So my first watch was just the other day. And yeah, it's a fun one. I'm not really as a kid I was big into kung fu movies and shit like that or whatever. Yeah,
Sorry.
and but yeah, this one's it's fun. It's fun. I just fuck the musical. I just cut those fucking down.
Oh, come on.
That shit was funny though. No, we're sitting there watching this Sunday night, and then fucking Chuck's just like, "How many more songs?"
I mean, it's the 80s, man. You
Every
got to
time I say the same thing. I think there's only one or two more.
Yeah, and then like 5 more would show up.
I think this is the last one.
Yeah, you just hear me go.
5 songs later.
I dig it.
I do too. I mean, I don't know. Like 80s music's cheesy, but I mean that's the time I grew up.
Yeah,
I like 80s music. I do. I just don't like that 80s music.
Right.
Yeah. Like, you
But,
know,
I mean, it was pretty much just Barry White, Barry Gordy,
Barry White,
Barry baby.
just kind of promoting everybody on his label because I think the Bards just signed with him before they did that, and then fucking everybody else on there like Willie Hutch, like he was with Motown. So it's pretty much just a way for him to fucking just promote his shit even more. And I think he sold Motown like a year or two after this movie came out.
By the way, if you're joining us in the live chat, please feel free to jump in the conversation. Don't worry about the member chats or super chats. We believe that we shouldn't charge you to talk. So just please be respectful and don't use any words that YouTube doesn't like.
Yeah.
like what? What would those words be? If I don't know, I can't know. If I don't know what the words are, how do I know to avoid them?
Because the one word that YouTube knows is canceled.
Go Google it. I'm sure there's a list.
I'll email you the list.
There's a list.
Go Google yourself, pal.
And there's no movie more 80s than this movie.
No.
You're going to put it in a time capsule because future generations will ask, what were the 80s like? You would show them The Last Dragon.
I would show them Toxic Avenger, but okay.
Yeah, I actually watched that just today.
As you should. It's a good movie.
And what 80s movie would not be complete without over-the-top characters, especially our villain, Mr. Arcadian? And, that's the thing. If you were going to do something else with this movie, I'd put this shit on Broadway, man.
Christopher Murney.
Oh, that would be fun.
Mm-hmm. Like, if you can make a Back to the Future musical, you could do this, no problem.
Well, that's what I think the original plan was.
They made a Reanimator musical, so if they can do that.
Yeah, this would be easy.
There's just not enough. It's like such a niche audience. Like whenever they did the American Psycho musical, I went up and saw that. I liked it, but it only ran for like a month or two. So obviously it wasn't bringing in any money. So,
I missed that. When did that happen?
That was like 5-6 years ago, something like that.
Wow.
It was fun. I think somebody bootlegged, recorded it, and it's like a bootleg version on YouTube. You can probably look it up. American Psycho, the musical.
Man, that's how I watched the Evil Dead musical.
I went and saw that. They had that out in Vegas, and I saw that years ago. It was fun because they're like literally spraying fucking like fake blood all over the place and shit. It was like a goddamn Gallagher concert.
The Gallagher row.
Yeah.
The watermelon row.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking sweet.
Hell yeah. I'd definitely be down for a Last Dragon musical.
Yeah, I mean,
you don't really actually have to make it a musical, though. It could just be a play.
Well, I mean, there's already enough music in it. You might as well make it a musical.
I mean, you could.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying.
I mean, there's been many talks about making remakes about this shit. Like, I
This
remember
is not. This is
I
what
remember one time they were saying something about fucking Sam Jackson playing Show Enough. I think he'd be way too old now.
I don't know, man.
I forget who they said they were going to get to direct it. So John Woo?
Who?
John Woo?
Ja Rule?
Show enough would have doves every time he
flying out of his hands.
Yeah. That might be kind of badass. Played by Sam Jackson.
We're on to something.
I don't know. I think we might have something there.
Doves. Well,
I don't
why,
know.
Why don't you just get Mike Tyson to play him then? Those pigeons.
Pigeons?
Is it pigeons or doves that Mike Tyson
No.
has?
Pigeons.
Pigeons. Yeah. See?
Hi guys.
Prince was the dove guy.
Who's the master?
I mean, speaking of Prince, he used to date Janet.
That'd be fun. Mike Tyson do it. Who's the master? Oh, he's gonna beat my ass when he sees this.
Hopefully we see him. Give me some ears.
Well, yeah, since we're kind of talking about Shonuff, let's talk about our villain first. The bully of bully, because 80s movies always had that bully in them.
Speaking of, bang.
But Shonuff was the master.
Villain.
The master of the bullies.
R.I.P. Julius Carey.
Such a fucking good dude.
Yeah, a lot of actors from this movie passed away, unfortunately.
Yeah, he passed away in
Wasn't that long ago, was it?
it was like what 2016?
Yeah.
No,
Oh, wait.
2008.
Oh, 2008.
Yeah, he died of pancreatic cancer.
Oh, I think Vanity passed away in 2016.
Yeah.
Is that who I'm thinking of?
Yeah.
Okay.
What else was he in?
He was in a lot of stuff.
Was he? I couldn't name a one.
Fuck, what was that one fucking
A lot of TV.
Okay.
Yeah. I know he was in that fucking New Guy movie with DJ Quayle or whatever the fuck his name is.
Calls.
And then
I hate that movie.
But yeah, if you watched TV, any TV show during the 80s, you probably saw this guy.
yeah.
Just not like the Shonuff character.
No. And he was apparently a method actor because he used to fucking take breaks on set, still talking shit to people. And then, like, I was watching this interview with Timok, and he was saying, like, he always used to fuck with Timok because, like, Timok liked him because he was a nice guy. So, like, he was trying to, like, bring some real emotions to the set. So he just started fucking with Timok and fucking just, like, pushing him around and talking shit to him. And then Timok said, like, the one day he really pissed him off. So then, like, he just jumped up out of his chair. And then Julia starts running, and they start chasing each other around the fucking set. He's like, I was pissed. I was ready to kick his ass.
Is there footage of this?
Right.
He'd walk around set, like, all day, like, just wearing his get-up, even if he wasn't filming. Just fucking with people.
Oh man, how could you not get into if you were in that getup, walking around on set?
Oh yeah.
Oh, how could you not?
With the Gene Simmons hair.
So dope. He didn't
That's all I
even know
kept
martial
thinking
arts
about.
at all either. Like, that was the thing too. Like, never really gotten any fights. Didn't know anything about martial arts. Just fucking learned shit from Timok and his fucking. I forget what his sensei's name was, but he's the one that actually does a lot of the stunt choreography and shit. Him and Ernie Reyes Sr. are the ones that kind of like led the fight sequences.
Ernie Ray was his son the one from Turtles 2?
Yeah, he was a little kid in this movie. Like the one sequence whenever he does that weird backwards spin kick and the guy's sitting on the floor, that's his dad actually. Like they did a little fight scene together.
Okay, I was gonna say that the kid looked familiar. All right, that's cool.
That's
Little
why I
baby
kept.
Kino.
Yeah, that's why I kept saying Kino.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And, I mean, he was also Donatello in the suit in the first Turtle movie.
Yeah, he's like a super badass martial artist that's been. I mean, obviously he's been training like his whole life, and he's been
Since he was 6.
He was in the Rundown too for a little bit.
Yeah, I think he said he won his first competition whenever he was 10.
oh, God.
And next time I'll
Fuck
use
with that kid.
mustard. What?
Hold on one second.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Oh. Thought my
Next time
microphone-
you use mustard?
Yeah. Combat cold cuts.
But yeah, no, like this movie, like I said, like I didn't know. I kind of already knew what to expect for the most part. But like there's some interesting things about this movie. Like it's kind of interesting that there's like the bad guys, right? Talking about the bad guys and shit. And you got this big motherfucker who apparently he's like martial arts expert or whatever the fuck, and all those little goons apparently know karate and kung fu and all that shit or whatever. But none of them seem like they would really actually as big of like jerks as they are in the movie. none of them seem like they would actually, like, I don't know, take the time to even learn any of that shit. Like they all just seem like a bunch of idiots. You know what I mean? Like the main fucking guy. Like, I don't believe that character would spend the time like working, you know, like working on the actual martial arts stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Just it's, I mean, I know it's cheesy, whatever, but it's just kind of funny to me.
What do you think he would be doing?
What do you mean?
You said you didn't think he'd be spending time doing martial arts.
No, he's the kind of guy that like just picks on fucking people.
Oh, he's just a big bully.
Yeah,
right?
basically.
He's got all of his. It's just like, you know, any other film where you got the bully and you got all the tag-alongs that are, you know, behind the bully.
Right.
Is all his little bully friends.
It's just funny that they like, I don't know, because like a lot of times in movies and stuff, like, again, like this is like it's a cheesy movie, like, so I mean, like, I'm not trying to get too deep, but it's just kind of funny. There's like this whole like big battle, and then, you know, and it happens to be like martial arts kung fu shit, and there's, I don't know, I just find it comical.
Have you?
Because like I just like none of it. Like, again, it's a cheesy, you know, movie. So it's not really. This is I shouldn't even brought it up. It's kind of stupid, but
That's it. No, it's like it's the exact type of thing that goes on. If you ever watch Cobra Kai, the TV series, that's the kind of shit like that drives me crazy. Like, I enjoyed that series up until a certain point, and then it was just like every time you turned around, there was like some kind of fight. Like, it just broke out into a karate fight. You know, it's like, oh, we're at the mall, oh, a karate fight. Right. It's, oh, we're at the school, we're fighting these guys. We're at the water park, we're fighting these guys, and it's just like, you know, it's like West Side Story, and everybody's just doing karate.
Yeah,
I remember,
exactly. Yeah,
I remember in the one episode of Cobra Kai, they mentioned Bruce Leroy, and fucking William Zabka's like, "Shut up."
One thing that I kept thinking when we were watching this was how much it reminds me of like the villain and everything. What's his name again?
Shonuff.
Yeah, Shonuff. Yeah. He reminds me of something that would have came out of a episode of like the Boondocks. Like he was like he looks like, I could imagine him being drawn like that. You've seen the Boondocks, right?
Oh yeah,
probably one of the funniest fucking cartoons, right? Like, he has that whole like overly like the way he looks and everything is just so like, it just reminds me of like a cartoon character or some shit, you know, some anime, like, you know, shit or whatever.
Yeah, I can see it.
They have cartoons drawn up for like The Last Dragon.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
I
think they have comic books or some shit too. Like, so you can see like a lot of animated shit online with like just like cartoon characters of like Shonuff and Bruce Leroy.
I can actually get behind that.
It's Afghanistan animation.
I don't think it is.
No. My mistake.
So he's not Gallicanocus? Gallicanocus is not the butler?
Nope. We did that last week.
Shit.
Who's the master?
I had a flashback. Shonuff.
Yeah, we got to talk about our main character, our protagonist, Bruce Leroy.
Bruce.
You know, who starts off, the movie starts off with that training sequence, that training montage.
Mm-hmm.
The fucking, his master is shooting fucking arrows at him while he's trying to train. What the fuck?
Real shit.
Yeah. It's good shit.
And
fucking chopping arrows in half as they're flying to him, and then he snatches one.
How did you know to take the blue?
I do not know, master. Apparently they filmed that scene in like 2 hours.
I mean, how long would it? How long do you think it would take to do something like that? You know, it's like, because I feel like the only part that was actual real was whenever he comes and he chops the arrow in half, and I feel like they just did that for like 2 hours, like psh, psh, like just him trying to fucking do it, and then he fucking, you know, finally does it. They fucking does it. It's like those movies, you know. Unless you're Sigourney Weaver and you can hit a basket in one shot.
Right. Crazy shit.
Who did you say should have played the old man? Oh, James Hong.
Oh yeah.
All right, so who's all right? What's the guy's name? The main guy in real life?
Timok.
What?
Timok.
Yeah. So was is he still alive? He's still alive, right?
Yeah.
All right.
We just met him last year or the year before at Comic-Con, New York.
Which, by the way, he doesn't look very much different except just a little grayer.
Yeah. He looked good. He looked well.
Yeah. So like,
he's got a book out as well, an autobiography.
No, that could be interesting.
Because he went through a lot of shit growing up.
So was he a martial arts like expert or whatever before this?
Yeah,
before this movie and stuff. Did he do other movies that were?
This was his first feature film.
Okay. Did he do them afterwards?
Not a whole lot. I know he did an episode of Different World where he was like a date rapist. Because he wanted to like switch his gimmick.
Wait, is that one of the words?
I was just gonna say that. I think that's one of the words.
He said great. Great.
He was.
I feel like it's Pee Wee's Playhouse.
Yeah, right.
Make it like a high.
Make a honey hole. Make it like a high. Make a Johnny hole.
He was an aggressive dater.
Oh, thank you.
Perfect.
One of these days, this show's made me so filtered. I feel like a weirdo.
No, I don't think he really did too much as far as martial arts films after this.
No, he started doing like running his own school, and he did like martial art videos from like his teachings and shit. But other than that, he didn't really do. I think he's only on like a couple TV shows after this.
Red Shoe Diaries. Remember that?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, yeah.
Yep. Well, that was the thing too, because he didn't want to do the sequels, and Barry Gordy had him under contract, so he wouldn't let him fucking film anything else.
Ah,
damn.
He got fucked by Gordy.
You are mine.
I think he only got paid like 50 G's for this movie.
That's how they get you.
It's a
That's a good bid.
I mean, back in '84.
Yeah, and especially for a guy just starting out, his first big role, you're getting 50K. Yeah. That's good stuff right there.
Well, like originally they weren't even sure really, I guess, who to use, because I know like they said they had a few guys in line, like Mario Van Peebles, MVP,
Michael,
most valuable Peebles.
Yeah,
he auditioned for the role of Bruce Leroy along with Lawrence Fishburne and Wesley Snipes.
Yeah,
and then Denzel went out for the role of both.
Oh.
Bruce Leroy and Shonuff.
Wow.
I don't know.
That would have been weird.
Yeah, and then they weren't even going to use Julius Carey for Shonuff either. They had Jim Kelly, like Carl Weathers, Jim Brown, Fred Williamson,
hell yeah,
Billy D.
Ooh, that would have been interesting.
No,
that would have been interesting.
I could see Jim Kelly maybe, but
like okay,
no, not acting like
not like this. I mean, he wouldn't have like the same persona, I guess.
Real quick though, you mentioned Denzel Washington. It still blows my mind that that's not him in Death Wish.
Yep. Or is it?
I wondered that too. I watched that interview with him where he's like, no, that wasn't me. I didn't start acting until a year later. Mm-hmm. And it's like, dude, it looks just like you. Are you kidding me? I don't know. Anyway.
Now deliver the line as Billy D.
That ain't me, man. I'm from Buffalo. Oh, sorry.
Shonuff.
I don't talk like Billy D.
Who's the master?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Don't let the smooth taste fool you. He said, sure enough, just chilling with a Colt 45.
It'd been about as ridiculous as Frank Sinatra playing Dirty Harry.
Dirty Harry. Yeah, I couldn't imagine any of those guys. Jim Brown's the shit, but like I can't imagine him, pulling off a character. I mean, at least not in the same manner
No.
that Carrie did. So Billy D, no, Carl Weathers, like
Billy
no,
D was great.
like they're just not as animated as Julius Curry. So
True.
Lando.
Oh yeah.
now, as far as Bruce Leroy, I mean Wesley Snipes, obviously, you know, he could pull off the martial arts stuff, you know, from Blade and all, but
Oh, that's 84. Though, did he know martial arts back then?
huh?
I mean, that's back in like 84. Would he know martial arts back then?
I don't know. I don't know when he started training.
But
I feel like he could have learned if he learned it for Blade. Then I feel like he could have learned it for this. So,
as much as I don't care as much as I don't care for Wesley Snipes, I could almost see him doing it just because of how he was at Simon Phoenix. I could almost, you know what I mean? Like I could see him kind of taking that kind of approach to it. But the other ones though, like
Illuminate.
Oh. All right. So Wesley Snipes began training in martial arts when he was 12 in 1974.
So a little bit before Blade.
Yeah,
a couple years, right before it came out.
Just a few.
So it could have very well been Bruce Leroy.
I wonder what would have stopped that. Time Lock was probably just a cheaper option, so they went that way.
Well, I mean, 85. I don't know. You could have pulled it off.
I mean, they spent $10 million in this movie and it made 33. So,
yeah, a critical failure, but a box office success.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely like to me, it's like an '80s blaxploitation martial arts film.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And it's a lot of different things, and it's a tribute. It's a love letter, if you will, to Bruce Lee.
Yeah,
lots of references.
Completely.
Yeah. I mean, he's in half the movie.
Yeah,
just from scenes of the movie. Like, and he even wears the Game of Death clothes in the one scene.
Yeah,
showing off.
He does Chinese Connection when he does the moves at the end.
Gets the idea of going undercover as a pizza guy to enter some dumb goy, the fortune cookie factory.
Mm-hmm. And again, with dialogue that would not
very controversial scene.
Yes.
Yeah, like that's just funny too. Like just going back to like the shit we grew up watching compared to now. Like you could not make a lot of scenes would have to be changed in this movie with a lot of like the word usage.
Yeah. No, the scenes where he's in the some dumb guy place.
That's really what it's called if you've never seen the movie.
Some dumb goy.
Whatever.
It's supposed to be called Wong Hung Lo.
Yeah.
But like in the movie, he keeps going back trying to meet the master.
He's got to find the master.
Yeah.
So
and like
the next level.
And then it all ends up just being a fucking ruse. Like I don't know. Like
I'm going to see my mother in Miami.
He should have whooped the shit out of all those guys, like badly.
Yeah,
I would have. Yeah.
Well,
that's. There was a lot of moments in this movie where I'm like, oh, that's kind of shitty.
Oh,
like I'm sorry, that's bad. I'll pat you on the head a little. You kind of feel bad for the guy, like. Because he seemed like he's trying to live like a really good like kind of like lifestyle. His fucking brother's a dickhead who doesn't like him until guess who's in trouble? Brother. Like
his 45-year-old little brother.
Yeah, right. Like
Leo O'Brien.
He's not he's not accepted by really anybody. Everybody just sees him as a weirdo. Like he finds himself actually like, kind of taken by this music chick or whatever. And then that just fucking leads him to all kinds of problems. There's fucking hidden meaning somewhere in that. But he finds out, like, spoiler alert, sorry people, if you haven't seen the movie, my bad. But it's been out a minute, so
Yeah, for a few years.
Yeah, I just now saw it the other day, so whatever. I can't be a dick. But whatever. Here we go. Because he finds out that place it's all ran by a machine. Those guys are just bullshitting him. Then he ends up, finding out that his sensei was kind of like, I don't know, like that was kind of some bullshit too. Like I don't know. Like the whole movie, you're just kind of like, wow, dude, you just can't win, and you still got a smile on your face. Let's all just give him a round of applause for not finding a rope, because what a bunch of bullshit this guy deals with in this movie.
Yeah, I mean he's a little bit older, but he acts 5. He's
Very
really naive.
Very naive. I was going to say.
And at the same time, he lives with his parents. He works at the pizza place. He opened his own dojo. How did he do all that after just leaving the? But anyway, we didn't ask these questions when we were kids watching this movie.
No, you just sit back and enjoy it because it's like it's like the right amount of cheese, the right amount of like music to kind of break it up, and then every time there's some music, it ends up having like a martial arts scene shortly after.
Yeah, like this is the kind of movie that like it really honestly like serious conversation about this movie is kind of like invalid.
Yeah, it's not Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Right.
Like, this shit ain't serious. Like it's a film you want to watch with like a group of people.
Yeah, for sure. This is one you watch with your friends.
Yeah.
Like even better if you own this movie and like a couple, like 3 or 4 of your friends come over and they haven't seen it. Oh, you're gonna have a good time.
Yeah, I mean, you can make this a drinking game like that.
This is one of the cult classics. You know what I mean? It's just like the freaking kung fu version of Rocky Horror, man. It's similar to one of the opening scenes in this film when they're all at the theater watching kung fu flicks. It's like you could just go to an old theater with a bunch of people and be watching this film and have a great time. Yeah. And then it would break out into a kung fu fight.
Then the bullies come in and beat the shit out of everybody, starting with that little kid.
Right.
I just love how he jumps up and the one guy jumps up and just smashes the boombox. Like, what the fuck? Dude?
Yeah, 2 people just break out a boombox and just randomly start breakdancing. Again,
in the movie theater.
80s. Yeah,
oh, man.
Yeah.
We should have done that. We should have went to like one of the viewings of Wicked and just got a boombox out and started dancing.
Jesus Christ.
Where?
Don't get me. Yeah. Where's I got a bone to pick with that guy. Hey. Oh,
and yeah, a very young William H. Macy even shows up.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah. Still looks the same.
And delivers the line when he says he's a heavy dude. I just can't. Like, I love it. I love this stuff. Oh, and young Rudy from the Cosby Show too. A very young Rudy.
Yeah.
Cosby Show.
Keisha Knight Pulliam.
Yeah, that's it. Can't think of her.
Well, plus you had like a super young Chaz Palminteri.
Oh yeah.
And then I think this might have been Mike Starr's first role.
Who?
Oh, was it?
And then
Mike Starr.
I mean, it was Timok's first acting role. It was Vanity's first, I think, acting role.
Yeah.
What's her name? Denise Matthews. Which is funny because they were saying like about like I was watching some shit and they were saying how like in the 80s like she didn't really do a lot of stuff, but then I was like, well, she had that fucking song on Beverly Hills Cop, Nasty Girl. Like that's Vanity 6.
Nasty Girl.
And then she used to date Prince, and apparently Purple Rain was actually written about her and Prince's relationship.
Oh God.
And then she didn't want to be in the movie. And then they broke up, and then she started dating somebody else.
They should have a show where celebrities go on and just tell Prince stories. I would watch that.
Yeah, right. Probably one of my favorites was Kevin Smith. When I saw Kevin Smith speak, he talked about how Prince wanted him to do a documentary about him. So he had to go to this big, weird religious festival thing that Prince was doing. And it was just so weird. And then Prince was like, I'm not doing it or some shit.
Yeah, he kind of talking about that in the night with Kevin Smith, I think, part 2.
Yeah. But I went and saw him when he was in Lexington, which is like 40 minutes away from here. It's pretty cool. But yeah, print. I haven't watched fucking Purple Rain in forever. Huh. But yeah.
Game blouses.
Want some grapes? Bitches.
I've been there. Paisley Park, man. It's pretty crazy. I saw where fucking Prince died. They actually sealed it off. He died in the elevator, but where the elevator was, they sealed it off.
At his house?
Because they're like,
oh, you've been to his?
Well, it's yeah. You could tour Paisley Park. It's his studio, his house, and everything.
So it's like Graceland.
Kinda, yeah.
Wow, that's kind of cool.
But it's Prince's.
But you could whenever you walk into Paisley Park, you go and it's like where the elevator was is like right off to the right, and once you go past that, it's like the whole breakfast nook is there. And I'm just picturing Dave Chappelle and all those guys, or not Eddie Murphy and all those guys, like sitting there and him making pancakes and shit.
Yeah.
But then you look up and like they're like the whole roof is like a sky, and up on the one side you have the doves. I think they still have the doves in the cage up there that they keep there. So
real
yeah, I mean you get to go.
Real
What's
ones?
that? Yeah,
weird.
They still got the doves there. You can go back into the studios and see where he recorded all this shit, man. It was pretty incredible. And the one area where they had the basketball court set up, it's not set up as a basketball court now, but you can go in there and see that. And then they have the big sound stage where they filmed a lot of music videos and everything like that. And they have a whole big setup with I think one of the vehicles from Purple Rain. They got all kinds of different stuff, like historical stuff from his career and everything like that. There's like a club down there where he used to do private shows. Like he would do crazy shit where he would just be like, there wasn't any like social media back then, but somehow he would like put out like, I don't know if it was like on a fan hotline back then or whatever, like, like surprise concert tonight at wherever, and then just do a fucking show like randomly, and then people like would show up and it would only be like 30 people chilling watching Prince do fucking music. Man,
that'd be cool.
I don't even know. Now we're getting sidetracked with Prince shit.
Now, I will say this though, the motherfucker was he was just a cool dude, kind of weird, kind of a dick, but the motherfucker was one of the most talented musicians of all time.
For sure.
Yeah, I think he played like 100 different instruments on his first album or some shit.
He knew how to play everything.
Oh, dude, watching him record the songs for the Batman soundtrack. Like, dude, I mean, it's, I don't know. Yeah, we're getting sidetracked. But yeah, Prince was pretty cool.
He's a different level of musician. Well, he was.
100%.
Real.
Big ups to Prince.
Yeah, for sure. The man that sounded like he like his voice was so high, like in a lot of his songs, and then he talked all deep. It was just fucking weird.
Yeah.
We'll have a Prince night one night.
Got to. We'll do Purple Rain.
Right.
Yeah, we'll do Purple Rain. I was going to say.
What were you going to say?
I forget.
Okay.
Prince fucked us all up.
No, it's
still
we got Prince tracked.
Oh, Vanity, who keeps getting kidnapped.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dumbass. Like, seriously. Like, she gets kidnapped the first time. All right, no big deal. She wasn't expecting.
It's the streets of New York. It's the 80s. It's like.
And then the second time, these guys are, but the second time it's like this, like, okay, because the first time was supposed to be somebody who she was supposed to trust.
Well, yeah,
and then the second person,
that was the easy one.
Yeah, and the second one was supposed to was kind of somebody that like was showing that they were somebody she's supposed to trust. They were rushing her into
a van.
Like, it was a production van, at least.
It was
right. They were saying the sound was fucked up.
I'd be like questioning some shit. She was like, and it's like, God, you're an idiot.
Well, it's like, why are you coming to me with that? Talk to my stage manager or something. Why are you just going to get to the van?
Yeah, the whole premise is like his sensei gives him this fucking belt buckle that's a golden, he calls it a medallion that Bruce Lee used to have. So then he saves her the first time and she ends up picking it up. So then he's trying to get back to see her. And then his brother's going to take him to the show. And, then, and it's just funny because there he's walking by and he's like, he gets ready to stand in line, and his little brother Richie's like, "No, come on." He's like, "You're not planning on entering without paying, are you?" He's like, "I never pay." He's like, "Now my boys left me." And that's where he takes a little squat on that little box or whatever, and then he sees her get rushed into the van. So then he goes and chases them down again. And then he dresses up like a fucking ninja.
Which is great. I love that part.
He goes to Eddie Arcadian's house, who kidnapped her because he wants his girlfriend's song played on the Seventh Heaven fucking Soul Train ripoff show.
Yes. Music producers from the 80s apparently kidnapped people and forced them to watch their acts so that they would get on their Soul Train.
But he really is like he's pretty much like Noah's Arcade guy, like except for he's trying to get his toe like dipped into some music.
Wait, does it ever explain how this guy has all this money?
He makes arcades games and shit.
Yeah, he's a game dude.
He pretty much owns IGN or something.
Like all those kind of guys in the 80s, all those kind of guys in the 80s were all like always like seemed like the same. You know what I mean? You're gonna make it, baby. You're gonna do it, eh? And it's like, oh, you're not gonna do it. You're gonna make my woman on the music video show, eh?
Well, I heard, like,
his girlfriend, Angela Veraco,
the most annoying fucking voice.
She's like a cross between Cyndi Lauper and that other chick.
Yeah.
Who was that chick that was in Earth Girls? Girls Are Easy. Gina Davis's friend.
Gina Davis.
What was her name?
Oh,
I can't think of it.
I was good. I said it was a cross between Cyndi Lauper and Little Nell from Rocky Horror. Second Rocky Horror reference.
Yeah.
Let's do the time warp again.
Stop that.
That was fucking.
Well, I heard that I think Whitney Houston was going to audition for Laura Charles's character, which could have been weird.
Yeah. But who was Laura Charles again? Oh, the red
Vanity.
Oh, Vanity. Yeah. And
yeah, we got sidetracked. We're talking about Angela,
she
played
had
by Faith
Prince.
Faith Prince.
she actually had some issues in real life too.
Oh, another Prince reference. Holy shit.
We're everywhere. We're all over.
Circle the wagons. Circle the wagons.
But she had some issues in real life, right? And then she was like,
who?
The chick that played Vanity.
Well, her name is Vanity. She played Laura Charles.
Whatever the hell. But she hung out with Whitney Houston.
No, Whitney Houston was going to audition for the character that she played.
Oh, well, that just fucks up my joke.
Wait,
all right, continue.
Wait, she was going to audition for Whitney Houston?
Yeah.
They probably would have got along great.
But she still had
No
kneecap.
reason. I'm a dick.
No,
Can you imagine that? Can you imagine Vanity and Prince? Like, hey, I'm Vanity and that's Prince. What's your last names? That is our
it's
name.
irrelevant.
He's Prince and I'm Vanity. And then fucking he's just a symbol.
Remember, he wasn't Prince.
Like
He was just
picture
the
of her
artist
hair.
formerly known.
A makeup counter. It's a Vanity.
The woman that played Arcadian's girlfriend, was she in anything else?
Yeah, I just can't remember what.
A bunch of stuff.
She wasn't. After this came out, fucking Barry Gordy was trying because he like loved how she could play Cyndi Lauper's little thing or whatever, like pretty much a Cyndi Lauper ripoff. And he was actually going to try to make her into an actual musician and sign her to Motown, but she wanted to be more. She wanted to pursue her acting career and not do any music.
Thank you.
Right?
Like, I mean, I'm sorry. Like, I respect Cyndi Lauper and all that shit, but why do we need two of her? Like, I mean, why do we really want that? Like,
you don't.
You know, which I'll go ahead and say there's a lot of people who like see Cyndi Lauper as some kind of punk rock icon or some shit. And they give you a fucking clue. She's not fucking punk. I don't care if she's saying fucking guys against with Rollins or not.
Yeah, the Goonies.
Rock and wrestling, baby.
I mean, yeah. Like there's a couple like Cyndi Lauper songs. I'm all right, or whatever the fuck.
Sweet
I don't
Lou
need two of
Albano.
her. I don't need two of her.
Well then, fuck it.
Fuck your patch.
I mean, she did. Faith Prince ended up doing some other films, but like nothing major. She was on like remember Dave with Kevin, not that Dave, with Kevin Kline and Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah.
Never saw it, but yeah,
she was in that. Yeah, like that. Bunch of TV stuff. Never Never did anything major after that.
Yeah, she. You guys said she looked familiar, but she didn't look familiar to me at all. I had no idea.
Yeah. We're talking about the girl. Like, which one we're talking about again?
The girlfriend,
Oh
the Cyndi Lauper.
Cyndi Lauper.
Oh, okay, yeah. I thought that I've seen her in quite a few things, but I might be confused.
I just liked her crazy outfits.
The fucking
Her
taxi
headlights.
cab, fucking looking like a goddamn cab transformer.
We all love the headlights. Ooh.
Yeah.
Her fucking songs are horrendous.
What was that? Like one? It was kind of a hat, kind of that she wore. She wore something in her hair. It was like a big
fucking
triangle.
piece of plastic.
Yeah.
Triangle acrylic hairpiece.
The 80s were a fun time.
It really was.
Oh
Just
man,
lots
They
of
were.
colors.
A lot of colors.
Mhm.
A lot of
Leg warmers.
a lot of neat.
all I know is I wanted to see some more from the mysterious tank.
Yeah, like you never really know what's in there. Like you think it's piranha just because of how they devour that fucking big ass cow leg or whatever the fuck he throws in there. But then like you see this fucking fuzzy looking like, I don't know, like some kind of fucking gill or fin or some shit
Some
like
kind of-
brush against the side of the tank.
Like I would have liked
Scruffy.
I would have liked to seen a sequel just to figure out what the fuck that thing was.
Yeah.
Because at first I thought it was a piranha. I was like,
I mean,
piranha.
he told Rock to get rid of it, so
Yeah, but what? I don't know. The guy freaks out because like he's like that close to it and all that shit, and then like he's just hanging. Well, he gets his head dunked into it or whatever, and he just sitting there chilling on the edge of it. Like, no, I'm sorry, that's terrifying. The fuck
yeah,
is that?
I love that scene though, because like Bruce Leroy's in there all ninja'd up.
Yeah.
And then fucking he's beating the shit out of all these dudes. And then he just grabs him and like dunks his head in the tank. And as soon as the fucking like shit starts gurgling and he pulls him out real quick, you can see like this shock on his face, like, what the fuck is in there? Because he's like hot head needs cool water. And then he fucking just shoves his face down in there and he's like, what the fuck? And it's fucked up too, because like you can see like a little scratch or something on fucking Christopher Murney's nose. And then they said that was because whenever he went down in there, like there's like a tube that was blowing all the bubbles, and it fucking whenever Timok put his face in there, he ended up smashing his face into the fucking hose. So it ended up cutting his eyebrow.
Shit.
See, now if it was me, I would have. If it was me, I would have had it as piranhas, and then that guy would have had his face eaten off. Which would have changed the course of the rest of the movie, but that's
and then Timac goes to jail, and we're just gonna have a whole. It's just gonna be like the Ernest series.
I would have made this movie much more funny.
Timac saves Christmas.
God damn it! I just thought of Ernest.
Timac scared stupid.
But yeah, Bruce Leroy like dunks him in the tank. It's like, wonder if it would have ate his face off.
You figured it would have.
Yeah.
Take his face off.
Uh-oh. Nick Cage, man.
Don't get him started. Don't get him.
I could eat a peach for days.
But yeah, I love that scene when he blasts through those doors in that ninja outfit. Oh man, I love it.
I was like, who the fuck is this asshole? We didn't order takeout.
That's what I say with the comedy. It's just there's so much in this movie. Like it just goes all. Oh, when they bust into the pizza joint. It's family's pizza
sure
place.
enough.
It's Green's Pizza, right?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Daddy Green's Pizza. Direct
Daddy
your
Green's.
pizza to Daddy Green's Pizza.
Just move your pizza. Direct your pizza.
When
and
I was saying, like when he's the way he's dressed up like the ninja and all that shit. And I think I said it to you all. Remind me of Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah,
like which was always one of my favorites as a kid. Especially
That was a tough game, man.
Yeah, it was.
Ryu.
That's why our whole generation is angry because we got these like ridiculously hard video games growing up. See, we didn't have a save option. You were all in.
Every time I get to level 6, I die.
I didn't make it that far.
I remember being at the arcade and pumping all kinds of tokens into the fucking machines to play that fucking game and multiple other ones. because you didn't, whatever.
Now you're just saving quarters to buy some more different kinds of tokens.
Exactly. I miss arcades.
Me
Expensive,
too.
but I miss arcades.
Yeah, man.
Definitely.
We're going to go to the biggest pinball machine capital of the world.
I really miss arcades. Now I'm sad.
There's a place in Chicago that actually is a big arcade that Whitman went to that I think would be.
Noah's Arcade?
Huh?
Noah's Arcade.
Yeah. That's what it was called.
Aurora, Illinois. Aurora.
No, is it?
Come bust a move where the games are played. It's chill, it's fresh, it's Noah's Arcade.
I don't know. I was just someplace.
It's like I really hate product placement. I don't know.
And don't they call his sister like 3 different names? Yeah. Like he calls her Lotus Blossom, the dad calls her Sophia, and the mom calls her Natasha. I was like, why?
Yeah. And then little Richie's like, no wonder the girl don't know what her name is. Like everybody calls her something different.
I didn't think
Man, Richie's the shit, man.
Richie is the shit.
He does Leo O'Brien does a great job in this film, and he was speaking of he was in New Jack City as well. He was one of the kids on the stoop. So yeah,
he's actually brothers of Master G from Sugar Hill Gang.
There you go.
He was their DJ for a while, and then he got shot in 2012, I think it was.
Yeah,
that killed him.
He didn't die, but then he had complications in the hospital when he died.
Damn.
Yeah. Like someone just walked up to him and shot him and ran.
But I think Leo O'Brien does a great job in this film. Like, he's got all the personality that Leroy doesn't.
Yeah.
It's like as Bruce Leroy plays this straight character, and he's a square. And then you got his brother who's just very hip and very cool to everything. And it's like he's so much younger, but he's teaching his older brother how to act and how to be. It's funny.
A normal kid.
Yeah. Talking about getting women and everything like that. Like, how old is he supposed to be in this film?
He can't be any more than like 12 or 13, I wouldn't think. But I mean, he might be.
That's what I'm saying.
Man, I'll give him like 15 max. Like fucking max.
I'll
But
go
I'm saying no older than 14. It can't be.
I'm saying like 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
They say it can hurt a lot if you don't know what you're doing.
Trying to teach him moves.
Have mercy.
That's what they called it in the 80s.
She ain't going to wait for you just to try to figure it out.
I swear to God, I thought he was going to say something else when he started.
Oh, you're not the only one.
I was like, whoa.
Hey now.
It's never fucking they come in there like show enough and then walk into the Daddy Green's Pizza. And then his mom starts fucking throwing like dough balls and shit, hitting them in the face and shit while they're destroying the fucking place. And then Richie pops out the corner. He's like, hey, knock the fuck off or whatever. And then they just fucking take him and dump him in a trash can. And then the best part, like, is at the end whenever fucking Show Enough just grabs the chair and throws it out the fucking window.
Like he's making eye contact with her too as he picks the chair up and tosses it out the window. But the best part is when he kicks the TV.
They're playing one of they're playing one of fucking Angela's songs on that jukebox thing, and he's like, "Who the fuck plays this kind of shit?" He kicks it, and he's like, "Shut up, bitch!"
Oh,
number 2.
Yeah, I think they bust the other window on their way out as they're leaving, just to do it.
Fucking assholes.
Yeah, man.
I'm looking for Leroy Green. That's me. No. He's like, I'm looking for the little skinny sucker that thinks he's a karate master. He's like, oh, you mean Junior?
Oh, Junior.
Oh, yeah, Junior.
Junior.
This shit's so fucking good.
The dog's name was Indy.
Oh, and then the 3 guys that say they're guarding the master.
The master.
So it's another ruse.
Some young boy.
It's another cunning attempt to trick him.
One hung low.
What a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, you fucking see them guys just outside singing some fucking song, and these people were just fucking watching them, and they're just kind of dancing around, but not really. Just doing some goofy shit.
Like
You know, that's how it was, man. Like just like the theater, you know, just people just start breaking out into dance. You know, don't matter if you're on the street in the theater, it just be like fucking dancing.
It's
You know
kind of
what
like
I'm
we're talking
saying?
about in New Jack City, like how you go back to the club in the day and actually dance and have a good time instead of just waiting for some shit to pop off.
But what's really
Yeah.
funny about that though is like when you got people that they're badass, like, oh, we're badass, look at us. And it's just like there's the, you got people out there these days, some of these fucking rappers out there that like look ridiculous as fuck, and that's about as far as I'll go with that. But like those guys, they're all like, oh, look at us, we're cool, we're gonna be all blah, blah, blah. And it's like, sorry fellas, you're not gonna get any women because someone forgot to tell you you're gay. Like I wanted to kick every single one of them. It's like but no, like seriously, like some of the like back in the 80s, like there was just some like outfits and shit. It's like you.
All right.
You can tell me you didn't have any mesh shirts, Chuck?
I'm not saying anything bad. Whatever.
I'm afraid Chuck had to take a little break.
I'm not. I'm just saying they're wearing fucking fishnet fucking shirts, and they're like cut up to here. Look how many women we're gonna get. I'm just saying. I'm not saying anything wrong.
The Last Dragon, our last episode.
the last episode.
The last episode.
No, I know what you're saying.
Some dumb goy.
I just keep thinking of Wayne's World.
Party time.
Cream
No, when they're ordering Chinese food.
So,
Seat up in the wall. Seat up in the wall. Stop it. You're scaring me. Oh, you're learning Cantonese.
so then he has to go back to his master after the ruse, which we touched on this earlier, because it's like, what the fuck? He just says, the power is in you, or whatever he says. What does he say?
Something like that.
Okay.
We're paraphrasing.
Oh, well, what was the thing you were saying earlier about they lost a bunch of the script, or it accidentally got deleted or something?
I was reading some shit and it said, like, I guess when they were writing it, like, they had it on, like, an old, like, fucking, I don't know what the fuck kind of
one of those old school Macintosh.
Yeah.
Commodore 64.
Yeah. And, like, yeah, this is what they said it was. Like,
Oh, was it?
One of the old Commodores. And then fucking somebody, I guess, fell asleep and ended up deleting half the fucking script.
Oops.
So then they had to bring in new writers to fucking redo some shit.
You can tell.
So I mean, that has to affect how this story is kind of everywhere. Because I've noticed, like, a lot of times too in this film, like, they're fucking, like, they're all talking about Chinese shit, but then half of the fucking dialogue is Japanese shit. Like, because he keeps calling everybody like Father-san, Richie-san. Like, that's all Japanese shit. And then fucking Shonuff's always saying sayonara. Like, that's more Japanese. Like, so this movie's fucking everywhere.
And Shonuff has the Japanese flag all over him.
Yeah. Red eggs. Fried eggs.
Can you see it?
You can't really see it, can you?
Yeah.
Little red dot.
Okay. So the power is in him. The power of the glow. It's a mystical power. When you reach that final level, you become the master.
You get a glowing sensation all over your body.
And you can catch bullets with your teeth.
Catch bullets with your teeth?
Just make your soul.
Bullets with your teeth. I can't say the rest.
See,
Just make your soul glow.
Wrong movie, Mike.
Oh yeah, the whole catching the bullets in the teeth thing. I actually really like the fact because like they mentioned at the beginning of the movie, some people were talking about whatever, and like I kind of forgot about it, and then when that came back later, I was like, okay, it's kind of like a prologue in a book. Like it's like you had this whole scene that nothing is said about it for chapters and chapters and chapters, and you're like, and then this shit comes back up, and you're like, okay. Yeah. So like I dug that. I was like, oh, okay, that's cheesy as fuck, but I'm cool with it.
Right. And then sure enough, and then Arcadian ended up kidnapping fucking Vanity and his brother Richie.
Again.
So then he goes back to his dojo to get a bunch of weapons and shit. And you can't forget old fucking Johnny Woo.
I almost hit the
Fucking his little buddy sidekick that's a martial artist that doesn't know martial arts, but
he
says
tries.
He's
He
Chinese,
tries.
so he doesn't need to know how to fight because people were just scared of Chinese dudes.
Until the end, and then he's
Yeah, he actually does all his moves. Now, the whole time when he's like, yeah, if I just do this and blah, 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 it scares him, they'll go away. And then at the end of it, he does the same thing and actually kicks some ass. It's like, well, why didn't you fucking put that kind of motivation into actually kicking ass instead of getting your ass whooped?
because what it does isn't he the one that does the nunchucks?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was badass.
Yeah. But he was annoying, and I wanted to punch him the entire time.
Well, that's the bit, you know.
Exactly.
The whole time he's like, "Oh, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing," and then, "Oh, the fuck, he's surprised. I know my shit."
He was kind of like what's the guy in Big Trouble in Little China? Wang. Yeah. He's kind of like hey, we have Wang at home. We got Wang off Temu. That's what he kind of reminds, because he's not nearly as cool. Doesn't do shit until the last minute, which is the total opposite of what Wang does. And,
well, it's Glenn Eaton is the guy that plays Johnny Woo.
Was he in any other movies like this afterwards? Did he actually know? Like, did he actually
He did a few other things, but from what I heard, like he's basically the exact same way his character is in that movie.
Oh wow!
Like he's just that guy.
So he's been divorced a lot or never been married.
He still goes around with like Tom Hawk and Ernie Reyes Jr. and does shit for the movie.
Oh, that's cool. Did you all meet him?
No.
Who all have you met for the movie? Like you met
just Tom Hawk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Was there anybody else there from the movie or just him?
No.
Just him.
He seemed like a really nice dude from just that little clip.
Mm-hmm.
They actually had a thing up in New York, I think, last week for the 40th anniversary, where I think all those guys were there.
That'd be kind of cool to attend.
Yeah. That's where he lives, is New York.
Makes sense.
So whenever he was, I think, 14, he moved back from Europe, and then they moved to New York, and they lived in 42nd Street down by Times Square. But back then, it was like a crack haven.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like this guy kind of. I feel like he could have actually been a kung fu star, action star, like some of the greats. If he would have kept on doing more movies and stuff, I think he probably would have made it that way. But I'm sure there's other forces that kind of fucked him up on that. But like because he actually obviously knows his shit, and has the makings of a good action star. So it's kind of. I was actually kind of hoping that you, because I didn't bother to look it up, but when you all were talking about like how he never really did anything afterwards or whatever.
He did a lot of martial arts, like just in general. Like he just kind of opened his own shit.
Yeah.
Started teaching, and then he ended up, I guess, hurting his back, so he could barely walk. Like he was almost paralyzed.
Oh shit! Okay.
So then he had to just go through a shitload of therapy, and now he's good again.
How old was he when that happened?
I don't think it was like 10 or 15 years ago, somewhere in there.
So he could have done other movies before that.
Yeah.
So he probably got fucked over by people, I would say.
He didn't trust a lot of people in the film industry after.
I don't blame him.
A lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Because they just considered him a no-name, so they just kind of tried to low. I mean, he really technically was, but they just wanted to lowball everything.
Yeah, they're all no names until they're names. Yeah. All of them. So yeah, that's kind of a bummer, actually. I was kind of hoping there was like a whole line of movies that I'd be like, all right, I guess I got to check some of these out. So
yeah, he keeps saying that they're fitting to make some kind of sequel. Like I guess when Mike Schultz wanted to do another one, and they were talking about it. Like he started writing something about 3 or 4 years ago, but that's the last you really ever heard anything.
I don't know. I
do
say
too.
leave it be.
Like I don't even want to see a remake because I know they're
Yeah.
gonna fuck it up.
Yeah, it would take away the essence of what this movie is. You know? Now it would
Like
it would
Michael
be
J.
cool.
White play Show Now.
Right. I was actually thinking like when we were watching this, I was thinking of Urkel when he turned into Bruce Lee
Jaleel White?
on occasions. Yeah. And you know, like if he was actually cool. Like this guy didn't annoy me as much as he did. But no, I actually wish there would have been. You said it was originally supposed to be a trilogy.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Yeah.
So I was watching a couple
think
interviews with them.
that would have been cool. Like I'm a fan of trilogies. Like it would have been kind of interesting to. I think if they would have made it a trilogy, it would probably be a bigger movie. It might have been something a little bit more. You know,
It depends, but like, where do you go from here?
I mean, they could have done something else with it. You know, he had to go from this place to next. I mean, fuck, we had like how many Rambo movies?
Him and
Maybe
Laura
Rocky
Charles,
movies.
a bunch of kids. Maybe like they're like a little ninja family.
Like, I mean, you never know. Like the ideas are endless, but unfortunately, that time has passed. But yeah, fun movie though. Again, not something that I would watch all the time, and it's definitely one you watch with your fucking friends. But
Not me. I watch this shit all the time.
well, we know it's like it's one of your favorites, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm glad to finally see it because you've mentioned it so many damn times.
Oh, it's so fucking good.
And our opening for up until today has had that one clip in it. So like, yeah, it was kind of cool to finally watch it.
Well, there's another clip today.
Yeah.
There's a different clip from The Last Dragon in our new opening.
Yeah, man. Fun ass film.
And then fucking whenever Arcadian starts hiring thugs to take out Bruce Leroy.
Oh, yeah, we forgot
And
that.
then they fucking have like the gangster tryout. And you have the fucking one dude in the very beginning. He was just fucking creepy as all hell. Like, I don't even know who that guy is, but he just looks like a fucking villain from Dick Tracy without any makeup.
True.
And then you had the fucking the dominatrix fucking Flintstones guy coming in there with his fucking little fuzzy vest on with his choker collar, fucking headbutting tables and shit.
Give him a bone.
And then
It was like in fucking Empire Strikes Back when they bring in all the bounty hunters.
Yeah.
Except these are 80s wrestlers or characters from The Running Man, maybe.
maybe. Yeah, because we saw the one guy fucking Dynamo.
Why did they pull his pants down?
Because that's what you got to do, man. You got to de-pants the motherfucker. And they kick his ass for real.
So
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Before we get to there,
It seemed unnecessary.
so like he gets all these fucking people and he like sets up Bruce Leroy like an ambush style, and then he goes and talks to Show Enough, and he's over there kicking the shit out of some dude, and he don't want no money. And then fucking Eddie Arcadian has his Lex Luthor fucking hairpiece on. Like, I swear that's what he was acting like. I think he was just acting like Gene Hackman and fucking
Gene
Superman.
Wilder.
Yeah, I almost fucked that one up.
Gene Wilder and Superman.
He was Superman, right?
Be a deleted scene.
Superman.
Fucking Willie.
No, he was in the third one with Richard Pryor.
Willie Superman.
Oh, man.
Man, that would have made that movie so much better.
Willie
We're getting
Su-
sidetracked again.
Willie Superman. What were we talking about?
But
I don't know, but I feel like it was a $10 million budget. I feel like a lot of that budget went in that Seventh Heaven set because all that equipment they had, the video equipment and everything like that whole setup, that was some high tech shit.
Well, that and like the music, but I mean, I don't know, like, probably not the music. Now I think about it, because
No,
Barry
they were
Gordy
signed.
owned all them motherfuckers.
Yeah, they were all
Like,
signed.
even like that one video, whenever like Arcadians fucking up top, just having fun playing with everything, like all like the fucking DJ booth shit, and then they start playing that video with Charlene. That was like the last song she ever recorded for 18 years after that. I was like, well, her career didn't do very well, I guess.
Whoopsie.
Yeah, that fucking scene's creepy as fuck.
And,
It's all quiet, then it just gets really loud with fucking Eddie Arcadian screaming in the microphone and then the video camera.
You see his face, like it's all a black background. Then all of a sudden his face pops up. Boom! Scares the shit out you.
Yeah, so he like sets up Bruce Leroy to get fucking jumped up so he can fucking get rid of him once and for all. Then they have that big ass fight scene, and then whenever he goes back to the dojo to get the weapons or whatever, he throws fucking Johnny in the fucking the weapons closet. And as he's leaving, Johnny's like, "I'm afraid of the dark." So then little Ernie Reyes Jr. comes and saves his day. And then they all go over there because the fucking Angelina chick tells Johnny that he's about to get fucked.
Johnny, you're about to get fucked.
So then they go to rescue him. And then he tracks down Shonuff for the final fucking second fight scene with them two.
The showdown. The showdown was Shonuff.
Shogun.
the show.
Wait, the showdown with Shonuff, the Shogun.
That's it.
That's a fucking new tongue twister.
Say that 5 times fast.
No, you can. Joke.
Listen.
Fuck him.
Fuck it, I'm leaving.
And let's not forget the kid that gets free from the ropes from breakdancing.
Yeah, he got a little pop locking.
He break dances his way out of the ropes.
That's just funny. Fucking Richie's the man.
That was
like my favorite character in this whole movie.
He's one of them.
Shonuff.
Shonuff's definitely the favorite.
Yeah, he's like the hands down favorite.
Man,
like,
steals the show,
movie,
man.
The one movie where you always just constantly root for the villain because he just looks dope.
Yeah, it's like you can't help it.
That's the thing. That's
death.
Julius Carey steals the show. Is it Carey or Kari? I don't know, but fucking he steals the show, man. He steals the show. Enough. I mean, every time you're on there and you're watching it, you're just waiting for Shonuff to show up.
Yeah,
it's like, all right, when's he going to be in the next scene? You just can't wait for the next scene. It's like, and what's he going to do next? He's so crazy over the top. Kiss my Converse, fucking, I love it.
All right.
Well, okay then.
All right.
I like. I wish Timok would have been a lot funnier. I wish he would have leaned more into the comedy and done some more bits, because like whenever he goes to Some Dumb Goy and tries to do the disguise or whatever, it's just so funny because he's been so acclimated to that whole Asian culture. Like all of his mannerisms, the way he talks, like everything is based off of like, kung fu films he's seen and everything like that, just being around, Asian culture and being training and all that. And then it's like he has to go there and his disguise is being black, and he's got to remember how to be black. He's like, you see himself outside of the place, like trying to, remember how to talk like a black person. Like, it's so silly and over the top. He's like,
right.
It's, I don't know. It's just funny to me.
It's like he's trying to act the way like his little brother acts all the time.
Yeah.
It's just a weird, like, complete role reversal for, like, stereotypes.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that shit is what's kind of funny. Like, I mean, today's society, you probably couldn't make a scene like that.
No.
It would get chopped.
Roddy Man.
And then during the final battle, when Shonuff is trying to drown him, make him say, "Who's the master?" Make him acknowledge Shonuff as the master. That's when we got our flashbacks with that cool effect with the water.
Be like water.
Yes, and that's where probably where that comes from, was that famous Bruce Lee interview where he says, "Be like water, my friend." And then he comes out of the water. Who is the master? I am. And he catches his fucking fist and he starts glowing. Oh shit! I love it. I love it. I love this movie, man.
I just love the concern on his face whenever fucking Shonuff gets the fucking glow. And he's glowing all red. And then fucking Timok looks scared as fuck.
Wait, you didn't read the cue card?
No.
And sure enough, he's glowing red. And then when Bruce Leroy gets his glow, sure enough, glow starts shorting out.
Just like in the corner picture down here, beside to Chuck's left.
Just let your soul glow.
Let it glow. But yeah, he realizes that he is the fucking master, and he don't need some dumb guy.
Feel it all so silky smooth. I'm sorry.
Sexual
chocolate.
Speaking of Whitney Houston.
Man, we gotta do that movie. We gotta do that movie sometime too.
What?
Coming to America.
Bodyguard. Oh.
No.
Oh. Fuck you too. Yeah.
Chuck's like, I'm in a book club that night.
No, actually, I love Coming to America. What was the other movie?
Bodyguard.
Oh no, I've got plans if we're doing like whenever. I'm not doing that.
The book club. Book club.
Yeah, book club.
But yeah, Arcadian is the villain that you want to see get what's coming to him, but Shonuff is the villain like you want to see more of. The villain you're actually rooting for.
Yeah, it doesn't even feel like a villain. Like you're like fuck Bruce Leroy. I want more Shonuff.
Right now, I want to see. I totally disagree.
Really?
I wanted to see him get his face like smashed in. Like I wish Troma would have made this movie because it would have been so much more on my level.
Different.
His head would have been a watermelon and it just exploded.
Yeah.
How many people would have died in that tank?
Oh, a lot.
Everyone.
A lot of people. A lot of people would have died in that tank.
Everybody in that apartment scene.
I would shark. Maybe it was a shark with a freaking laser beam attached to its head.
I would have had it be piranhas, and then old dude would grab one out and then like would beat the shit out of all of them while it's eating their faces. And he had like nunchucks made of fucking like piranhas. I mean, if Troma did it.
What was that one where he threw the piranha? I don't know.
What movie was that?
I can't remember now. It like he throws it and like it goes into the girl's neck.
Oh, is that the piranha triple D?
No, was it? Wait, no, was that Half Baked?
It might
have
was
been.
Half Baked. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
During that fight scene.
Yeah.
We've also seen that. Yeah.
Cuban bean.
Yes, Cuban bee.
No, but Shonuff is just he's that kind of villain that. Yeah, I would have liked to seen him demolished. Honestly,
nah.
I'm
the opposite.
Well, he just reminds me of a high school bully, and I would like to see more blood and violence brought to him. Than
I like whenever he picks up Richie and just tosses him. He fucking smashes his head off that fucking oxygen tank.
It's like,
like lights out. Let me at him. I gotta save Laura.
Night. Keep your butthole tight.
Hey, it's easy now.
I'm the exact opposite. I fucking love Shonuff in this.
I do too.
I want more of him. I want him to beat fucking Bruce Leroy and take Vanity and go fuck her. Sorry, I'm going off on a tangent here. I've lost my mind
for hours.
I'm going fuck her.
Fuck her good.
All right.
Who's the master?
Is that what you say to her?
Who's the master? Bader.
Yeah.
Imagine if his name was Bader instead of Shonuff.
Well, we already had the toy Richard Pryor with Master Bates. So
yeah. Who's the master? Who's the master? Bader. No.
Big band Bader.
Who's the master? You're gonna go have to talk to Bader for that.
It's time. It's time. It's Bader time. All right, enough.
Yeah, man. Last Dragon. So much fun.
No, well, you got to figure, like, the whole time he's trying to get Laura to show him moves. And then they made out in the one time whenever they go back and she does the Bruce Lee little fucking thing when he gets the idea to go undercover. Deep undercover. And then you go back and then he saves her. Then you're like the next day, like you're back at her show, and then she sees him over in the fucking corner hanging out, and they're like, everybody's dancing and shit. Then she like looks through the crowd and sees him hanging out in the corner. Then he comes over and the music's still playing real loud. And he's like, "Will you show me some moves?" And then the fucking music finally cuts out, and then you hear him scream it through the whole fucking thing. And everybody laughs at him because they're like,
You know, I do remember something as a kid, thinking about it now. When I did get into my Bruce Lee, like kung fu, like movie shit for a while when I was a kid, I remember either I was reading at a TV guide. For those not familiar, a TV guide was a booklet that you bought or got ordered in the mail that told you what was coming on the programs on your favorite channels. They don't have those anymore.
If you got a TV guide, you don't need a TV.
I was waiting for it.
Yeah, right. Exactly. And root beer and Oreos go on the bottom shelf. It's my shelf. Yeah, like I remember seeing it somewhere, and I was like, "Oh, The Last Dragon," and yeah, it hadn't been TV Guide. It was on TV or something, and I saw that, and I was like, that doesn't sound. And like I watched it, and I was like, "This isn't a Bruce Lee movie." Like I do remember like putting it on, but never finishing it. I don't think, because I remember being like, "Oh, this isn't a Bruce Lee movie." Because
The Last Dragon
was a friend of mine was a big Bruce Lee like fan as well, and yeah, we were kind of taken by that actually. So so now that I think about it, like no, I never finished watching it, but I did start it and go, "This is not a Bruce Lee movie." So
no. Like he's waiting for Bruce Lee to show up. Like, wait a minute, and not happening.
But I mean, it does have clips from one of the greatest movies of all time. I'll say it, Enter the Dragon is probably one of the greatest movies of all time. So even though I'm not really big on it these days, but
Fists of Fury, Chinese Connection.
Oh yeah, they're all classics. But Enter the Dragon is like, it's the classic. You know what I mean? It's the classic kung fu film.
Like I said, I grew up watching fucking martial arts flicks, Shaw Brothers, Bruce Lee, fucking all of it. Yeah. And my man Bolo. Can't beat Bolo.
Bolo eating Rolos.
The Chinese Hercules.
Living like YOLO.
What? What?
You only live once. Yeah.
So there we go. Any other thoughts on The Last Dragon?
Only thing you
marvelous.
Only thing you need to know is it's one of fucking Chad's favorite movies of all time.
Yeah,
and my buddy Shane, it's one of his favorite movies of all time too. In fact, what's that?
I was gonna say, I know, like back when we did Karate Kid, you're like, "This is your jam, right?" And I mean, Karate Kid was kind of my jam, but this movie's fucking way better than the Karate Kid.
Yeah,
Me going on record.
Yeah, my buddy Shane, man, this is one of his favorite films too. Him and his son, they do all kinds of different characters from films for Halloween every year. They dress up. So they did Shonuff and Bruce Leroy the one year. Here's the picture of them.
That's pretty cool.
That is good.
That's goofy.
That's cool. Where he made his costume.
I don't know, but I was like, man, I need to show that because fucking that was the shit.
That's
that
cool.
was shit.
I can do.
I was gonna do that shit and make it like an actual fucking joint, but man, I'm not a seamstress.
You're not?
No.
Oh my god!
Just play one on TV.
I would have to say that for as someone who doesn't watch kung fu movies and all that shit or whatever, but I do like I like some cheese once in a while, and I like action movies once in a while. I think it's a fun one. It goes under the fun category that a lot of people miss these days, and I think it's a classic. It's a fun classic. So I highly recommend it to anybody that likes a good laugh as well as some fun martial arts stuff and can take a joke, because this movie is ridiculous in a lot of ways, but it's a fun one, and I appreciate Chad for picking it, just so I would finally have an excuse to watch it.
Yeah. I'll be getting you watching all kinds of goofy shit.
Yeah, you fucking do. You jackass. Because the thing is, like I bitch and I complain and I whine and I whatever the fuck, all right? But there are quite a few movies that we watch that I wouldn't normally watch that I end up going, all right, okay. And this is one that I did have fun watching. And I don't know if it was just because we all watched it together and it kind of added to it, which I'm sure it did. It definitely
right.
But
It's a buddy film.
Yeah. But yeah, fun movie. Highly recommend. Yeah, classic. Last Dragon.
Cult classic, man. It's one of those ones that kind of falls under the radar for a lot of people. You know, you ask ask the mainstream people, and you're like, "Hey, remember The Last Dragon?" They're like, "Nah, I don't remember that shit." It's one of those ones that you had to seek out, just like you were trying to find the master. You had to find The Last Dragon, and you could enjoy that shit. All right.
Now it's got a massive cult following.
Yeah. Can you all hear me?
So fucking good.
No. Yeah. What'd you say?
Okay. I moved and I was making, and it did something weird. And I was like, "Oh fuck!" So okay.
And that's what I like, you know, especially when we're doing these picks, because it's a lot of times we're picking stuff that maybe people haven't seen before. So it's like if one person can be introduced to one of these films and enjoy it and appreciate it like we do, then that's means everything.
True that.
Hell yeah! There you go. The Last Dragon.
Woo!
Do you want to do the
clip of the week?
The thing, or you want me to clip first? Clip first.
Do the clip first, because any of this shit, I'm waiting until the very end. I learned my lesson.
All right. It is now time for our random clip of the week. This is a mystery clip selected by our random clip generator. We don't know what it is. We just hope it doesn't get us kicked off the internet. What do we got this week?
Let's light the fires!
Fire! Stop or I'll shoot. This is a good man, and if you took the time to get to know him, you would find that out.
No.
He doesn't want to hurt us. He doesn't feed off of humans. He wants to help us. He wants to help find cures for diseases. He wants to help find a cure for diseases like AIDS. Maybe that doesn't mean much to you, but it means a lot to people like me who have it.
All right.
And that was a clip from the worst vampire movie ever made. That was
Last Samurai, the last freaking vampire.
Oh, it was. Oh my god, that's weird.
We'll have a film starring Tom Hanks called something.
Oh,
The Last something?
No, you can't say that.
Well, that was something.
That was something. Something I'll never watch.
That was exactly what I was going to say next. Jesus Christ! He cure for AIDS, really? He's a fucking vampire. That's your fucking that's your angle with this.
I mean, she should be safe. I don't think anybody.
And Rice should be proud.
Is that the premise, that the vampire is going to suck the AIDS out of you?
Well, maybe that's the new garlic.
Oh my god!
See, that's the balance. All right, you come on this show and you'll get to learn about a movie that's good, that you'll enjoy, and then you'll get to learn about a movie that you should never ever watch. So that's
never play that again.
That is the balance.
Mike, I'm glad that me and you have been on the same page tonight. About 4 times we have said the same thing at the same time.
It's the same thing, same time. Yeah.
No, because we
usually. Yeah.
All right.
We haven't argued this entire time, is what I was saying.
We haven't argued this entire time.
No.
Okay. Look at that.
Maybe next week.
Okay. It is now time.
Some ads?
Oh yeah.
It is.
You want to do the ads first? Okay. All right.
It is now time.
Ad time.
Hey everybody, Laser Trading Company is on YouTube. See some of the videos from Mike's travels and experiences. If you haven't already, please head over and subscribe. 7,800 and growing. Thank you all. Laser Trading Company is also available on eBay with various merchandise and collectibles. Hundreds of great gift ideas. That's Laser Trading Company. Laser Trading Company. Laser Trading Company. You know him from Bastard Sons of a Judas Goat, Nasty Nation, Graveyard Talk, and the Video Store Clerks Podcast. He is the creator of Stoner Gore. Jack Nasty! And if you're looking for the latest in extreme horror, head over to Amazon.com. Look up Chuck Nasty, and the following titles are available. Along with the latest album, Decay of Man, from Bastard Sons of a Judas Goat, available on Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube now. Ta-da!
Hell yeah! I've got to add real quick. The rocking chair on novella is out on Amazon. It's on paperback, or if you go to Godless, you can get it on there for your digital needs. I've got a new collection called Twisted Eyeball Juice. My son Dax came up with the name. It's a collection of 4 or 5 stories of mine that will be coming out at the end of this month. And also, when it comes down to the band stuff, on Friday, if you're in the Louisville, Kentucky area, come over to Vernon Lanes. It's a part bowling alley, part music venue, and we're playing with our buddies in Cathode Unlimited and some other bands that we've never played before, 1984X and Goose Hydra. So it should be a fun time. So come out to that shit on Friday if you're in the area.
Nice. Area.
You're Goose. I'm Maverick.
I'm Iceman.
I'm Chuck. I'm having a flashback. We're starting the episode over. Fuck!
Mm-hmm. You can be my wingman anytime.
There are so many theories about that movie. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right. So,
we might have to call Guinness because we're going for a world record tonight. This is the world record of the most fortune cookies eaten in 1 minute. Oh, here, I got to get my time. And I believe the record is what, 8?
6.
6.
Oh,
Technically.
six.
Technically.
Oh,
I was surprised. You know, with some dumb goy being, prevalent topic in this film, we were saying, maybe we should have some fortune cookies. But then I looked it up, and it said the Guinness record for fortune cookies in 1 minute is 6. So I don't know what the criteria was. Like, I know a couple people were like, you have to eat them, and after you eat one, you have to read the fortune, and then go to the next one. So I don't know if that's how it works or what, but we're going to try this out and see how bad this goes, because last week was so fucking awesome drinking all that syrup.
All that syrup.
This is where we both choke and die on live TV.
Don't put that out in the universe. Jesus Christ, man. What the fuck is your problem, huh?
I'm going to get these fortune cookies ready.
Yeah,
you getting yours ready?
You can unwrap them.
And these are, oh, good. We got rid of him.
What? Where'd he go?
I don't know. Where did he go, Chuck? Oh, he's typing something. Oh, wait, there he is.
Sorry.
He's there, but he's not there.
For a second. For no particular reason.
Real fortune cookies. All right. Anybody wants to fucking think we're full of shit and kiss our grits. All right. Probably should have had this prepared.
Yeah, but then they would have got stale, so it might have been cheating. Don't take a one that's not already broken.
You're always preparing. Just go. I'm only getting out. I'm on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm only getting out 7.
I feel like a piece of shit because I have no fucking fortune cookies.
Well, sorry about your luck, man.
Yeah, maybe
All right, I'm getting out 7. Since the world record's 6, I got 7 here ready, and I don't think I'm going to beat it anyway.
Do any of you actually like the taste of fucking like cookies?
Those taste like vanilla cookies.
Like fortune cookies. You actually like it?
And should I wash it down with a bottle of soy sauce?
Oh God, yes, you totally should.
It's salty, so that's more of your aisle.
It shouldn't be that. It shouldn't be nearly as bad as syrup.
It's real soy sauce. I'm opening it on camera because I'm not going to drink this whole fucking bottle. Are you out of your mind?
Yes, I am, because I was really hoping.
No fucking heart attack.
Hey, I'm proud of you from last time.
I'm not. And as a public service announcement, do not drink an entire bottle, kids. All right, that was foolish of me. I'm going to be diagnosed with diabetes. I don't know.
Diabetes.
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
What happened? So I don't want
You can have drink. I'm not gonna really wash it. I'll do at the very end. I'll wash it. I'll take a swig of soy sauce just for shits and gigs.
How are we gonna time this? I got a timer right here.
You got a timer?
Prove it.
You gotta hold it up. No wait, turn it sideways. Does it go big?
Yeah, well, it will when I press start.
They gotta hold it back here so you can. Oh, I guess you can still see me. So,
hey, can we get an official one going? This looks like it'll.
I don't think we have it.
If you want to, we can leave your friends behind.
We have any countdown things over here on the side, jobbies?
We do not.
Because if your friends don't
Perfect.
dance, if they don't dance, they're no friends of mine.
Perfect.
All right, hold on a second here.
So you got to do what? You got to open it, eat it, read the fortune.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think plastic would be a good thing to chomp on.
Or
Gotta
paper.
At least open it.
Does this work better?
Except for you can't see us.
Wait, well, yeah.
Special 2-hour episode of Video Store Clerks.
We'll have it. Does that work better?
I mean, it looks a little better, yeah.
So people can actually see the timer counting down, and Dave doesn't have to hold up his phone.
Makes sense.
Works for me.
Works for me too, and everyone
All right.
at home.
All right, Chad, are you ready for this? We're going for the Guinness World Record.
6 cookies in a minute ties it.
So you eat the cookie. You eat the cookie. You read the fortune. You go to the next one. All right, and at the end, it has to be swallowed down. You can't have anything left.
You eat the cookie before you pull out the fortune?
No,
Yes.
you crack it, pull it, eat it, read it.
Okay, that's not what Mike just said.
Yeah.
Swallow.
Well, I mean, yeah, you're gonna crack
You
it
gotta
open.
catch it before you swallow it. That's
you eat the fortune. You shit it
Shit
out.
out the fortune. You eat the cookie and shit out the fortune.
All right, are you ready?
Hey, Yogan.
All right.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Countdown. 3, 2, 1, go.
It's better to show appreciation than to take things for granted.
Ladies and
Open
gentlemen,
up
what you're
your
seeing
mind.
right now.
Hey, shut the fuck up. Open up your mind. Let your fantasies unwind.
A trip to a foreign country will broaden the perspective in life.
This is terrible. I ain't gonna make it. I suck.
Be open to opportunities that come your way, no matter how small they seem.
Invest in quality clothing. That makes you feel confident.
Today's kindness will create ripples of goodness.
Learn Chinese. No wait, that's a back. We'll have romantic dinner with the significant other. What?
All this will bring you financial success.
That's time. That's fuck.
You got 5.
All right, shut the fuck up.
Okay, how many?
That was 5.
Damn.
Hey, this one here says I'm an honest to goodness prince.
No shit. Really? Does it really say that?
No.
God damn it. It's a lot cooler if it did.
A lot harder than it seems. Oh, no. Fuck you.
That is not, that is not a pleasant taste. Can y'all still hear me?
That's way harder than it seems.
Oh, don't, come on.
Mike's a sick fuck.
Yeah, like,
No.
Soy sauce is all right, but it's not like gulping all right. Syrup is not really gulping all right either, but at least there's like a flavor there, like that's kind of wholesome.
Oh God! Why do I keep doing this? I can't fucking talk. No.
For pure entertainment, folks.
No.
For your entertainment.
Oh.
There you go.
God.
All right.
What are we doing next week?
This week we did the 40th anniversary of The Last Dragon. Next week, Monday, well, we're doing it on Tuesday, but Monday is the 30th anniversary of Tommy Boy, and we are going to be doing Tommy Boy on Tuesday, April 1st. April Fool's Day.
Oh my God.
Mike's dying.
Oh my God.
Yes, next Tuesday, Tommy Boy.
I'm not going to drink soy sauce.
So for Tommy Boy, what is he going to do then? Like, what is he going to eat?
We're going to have an M&M eating contest.
Oh, that could be fun. Painful later, but that could be fun. I'll get some M&Ms.
Nice. So make sure you join us then.
I did fucking terrible. I only got 3 done. I'm not even close.
You only got 3?
Yeah.
I had 5.
Fortune cookies are not tasty. They're not good.
Oh, they're pretty tasty.
You think they're
There's
tasty?
nothing wrong with them.
I don't think they're that good.
Oh,
I mean, I'll eat the fuck out of them, but they're not that good.
Oh my God.
I'm also a fat fuck, so I'll eat just about whatever if you say it's a cookie.
Oh my God.
All right, so
Hey,
yeah,
this turd is covered in
Tuesday-
cookies and cream. What?
Yeah, next Tuesday will be Tommy Boy at 10 p.m. live.
Join us then. If you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe. We are your clerks. We're getting out of here, and we shall see you next Tuesday.
Who's the master?
Yo, bro.